So here's part two. So I want to talk about just everything that, basically happened and like how I've been handling and, all this stuff. Okay, so I want to start by saying that for like the past like 6 years, I'd say, I haven't been in church consistently. Like I was away at school and then I moved to a different state, but I knew I was only going to be there temporarily, so I didn't feel like, investing time in like another organization. And so once I moved down here, I started going with my sister probably in like October, consistently. And then from there I've been going, right? So once I like hit like senior year of college, I think that's when I started to read my Bible again. I started when I was in like, not started, but like, I was reading it freshman year, maybe sophomore. I don't know. As time went on, I just like stopped reading it. I forgot what it looked like. And then I dwindled it down to verse of the day. That was like, I was like, all right, fine, let me get that at least. And then I stopped reading verse of the day. So, yeah, I started to get back into church and, reading my Bible and all the other stuff. It was January. And, I don't know, it was random. God was like, you need to get rebaptized. And I was like, no, like what? I already did when I was 10. Why do I have to do this all over again? Like, no. And then he was like, I'm going to tell you one more time. You need to get rebaptized. Fine, I'll do it. So, of course I didn't say it like that. I was like, what, fine, all right. I don't want nothing bad to happen to me if I like decide I don't want to do it and all that stuff. So I decided to do it, and it was supposed to happen January 13th, but there was a snowstorm, and so we couldn't have church. So things were already in motion because I had that meeting canceled on that Wednesday. So I was supposed to get baptized on that Sunday. My meeting was canceled on that Wednesday. That Friday is when I officially got fired, and then that Sunday, I would say the 20th, that's when I got rebaptized. So things were already in motion even before that happened. So also, the week of the 20th was the fast that the church was going to be doing. And so I was like, all right, let me actually like try to like fast. And I'm not talking about like fast, like, I'm going to stay off of social media, I'm going to read the Bible scripture and like keep it going. Like, no, like this was like a real one where I'm actually praying and reading for knowledge rather than reading just to say that I read and fasting just to say, well, I fasted too. Like, I wanted to take this one seriously. So that started that week too. So that was the week of the 20th. So when I first like got the news and all that stuff, I was like, all right, perfect. I have no job and I'm about to get rebaptized. Therefore, I'm like, I get like a full on like fresh start in like everything. Like, let's do this. I was so excited. I was like, yes, if God closes one door, that means he's got another one. Like, I'm ready. Bring it on, Like, I was like hype. I texted friends. I had memes going. I was like, when you get fired. And I'm like, ooh, this ain't nothing. Like, I'm about to breeze through this and God's going to have something for me. And so like 2 days later, I was hit with an issue with one of my bills where I called in to like let them know, hey, I ain't got no job, don't charge me this month. I'll let you know when I got one. And it was one of those where you can like pick it back up whenever. And so, yeah, they said that I wasn't going to get charged, and then I got charged. And so I'm on the phone with them nonstop. I'm like, y'all said I wasn't going to get charged, money was taken out of my account, what's going on? Well, I'm going to call this fraud because I didn't authorize this. Well, you can't call it fraud because they already have your account number, which means that you authorized this. And I'm just back and forth between them and my bank. And so thankfully, my amazing dear sister was there for me. I have two of them. So my other one, she was there for me. Thanks, Gabby. And she hooked me up with some fast cash. And it just so happened that she wanted to return some money for a favor that I did for her. So it worked out. She was like, well, this is, for you. And I was like, thank you so much. Like, I was like I was crying. I was like, you guys said this and I don't have a job anymore. What am I supposed to do? You know, whatever. So like that was like the first, like I was hype for like 3 days and then bam, that day hit and I was like, this is over. My life is over. I don't have anything, you know? And so I paid, they took that money and I let them know like, look, don't charge me again until I say so. Take me, get your hand out of my money, out of my account, out of my life. So I think that was like the first like, you know, real speed bump that I hit, you know, during this time. Oh, by the way, the jobs I had been applying for are really centered around like fashion and all that stuff because I was like, fine, if I'm gonna get a fresh start with, you know, my career, I might as well do something that I love rather than get stuck in another temp job. I was working at a call center, all right? I feel like when you have a job, you like gain skills, you know? I don't know what skills I gained from that. Maybe like case management or something like that, but like it was just a lot of customer service, putting on a fake smile and trying to not go crazy as people are yelling at you. And so I'm so grateful because I know that I wasn't supposed to be at that job for that long, but God was looking out for me because I should have been fired. I was the worst. I sucked. Like, look, if I'm being honest, like, let's break it down. I did not do my job well. Okay? Like, one of the talks that I got, they were like, oh, based off of the amount of time that you've been here, you should be at this level and you're not. I'm like, dude, I feel like I was thrown into this. Like, and you're talking about somebody else and how well they did. This is one of them honest, like, this is one of them honest videos where, like, I'm not even going to try to hide, like, oh, and I was the best, I don't know where it came from. And, forget it, throw it out the window, alright? I sucked, I knew it. Can you imagine, like, alright, you work in customer service, you're getting yelled at, alright, cool. But, like, can you imagine, like, back to back, like, getting yelled at constantly? Like, do you know what that does to a person? This is the first time that I've done customer service and people have yelled at me, like, more than one a day, more than one within an hour. Like, it was so stressful. And it's like, you don't want to take that home with you, but I literally, like, felt it, like, here. So when I started searching for, you know, positions all over again, I wanted to go more so towards fashion, like, because I was like, all right, if I'm getting a fresh start, I might as well gain skills that are, you know, something that I want to do with my life. Like, I don't know what I was gaining from customer service. Maybe it was patience. I don't know. Now, when did I post my first video? I would say I recorded it on Martin Luther King Day. So that was the first official day that I was not working. I know that. And so I posted my first video that week. And one thing that he had been telling me to do was post videos. So that's what I've been doing lately. But as far as like employment things, he hasn't steered me in a direction of a 9 to 5, a 10 to 2, a 3 to 4, anything. Okay? So my faith has been at an all-time high because I said I wanted a clean slate, and I said I wanted to start over with what he wants me to do. So I have been listening, I've been praying and actually listening and not being like, all right, God, is that you? Because that's not what I want to hear, you know? Because it'd be like that. It's like that a lot where I'm just like, you sure? That don't make sense, you know? What are you talking about? You know, but it's been a lot of that. And like I mentioned before, you know, I've been on this fast and all that stuff and, you know, not eating food, staying, like, trying to, you know, stay away from, like, social media. Now, a part of what I do, it does involve social media, but unnecessarily scrolling. That's something that I'm trying to work on while I'm on this fast, because, like, you know, when I'm working and when I'm trying to, you know, get some stuff out there and do posts and all that stuff, sometimes I'll be scrolling. And then I'm like, oh, sorry, God, forgot. It's like when you're praying and you're like, I wonder what's going on today. Like, oh, I can hear the birds chirping. Oh, isn't it so lovely? I can smell cinnamon rolls. And you're like, oh, sorry, God. Bless today and thank you for everything. Like, it'd be like that because I'm just like, la 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 la. Oh, sorry, God. So back to business. And yes, like one of those situations. So that's one thing that I've been like, trying to listen for. Like, okay, what do you actually want me to do? Do you want me to get a part-time job? No. Okay. Do you want me to apply for here? No. Nothing. Just make videos. Okay. So while I'm on this fast and while I have been listening and praying and all that stuff and being like staying faithful, staying full of faith is what I'm trying to say. I've just been, I don't know where I'm going with this. I feel like I'm starting to get nervous. I have to say this topic has been very uncomfortable for me, which is why there's a lot of laughs because I feel, yeah. So one thing that God has me doing during this fast is just putting out videos and thinking about what I want to do with my business. Okay, so you're probably wondering about that government job. What happened to that? The last time you said something, you just said that, you were waiting to hear back from them. Now the government's not open. What happened? I got a call from them the week that there was like the storms and all that stuff, like the snow and the wind and the minus 50 degrees. It was that time. So I had recorded this video about my failure, and then I had finished recording, and as soon as I, was ready to hook it up and, transfer the video, I got a call. The government job wanted me to start. So, since I'm on this new journey of listening to God first rather than doing what I want to do, I prayed about it and I said, God, what do you want me to do? Because I want to start at this job. Now, let me tell you about the perks and why I want to start at this job so bad. First off, it's something that I love to do. I'd be doing investigation, and so I was still really into doing things involved with like human behavior. When I was at that job fair, and I said like, hey, I did sociology. Usually jobs are like, oh, I don't know how that's going to transfer, but they were like really happy that I said sociology, and I was just like, I felt like, oh man, this is amazing, like this is for me, I can't wait to hear back from them and all this stuff, and the government shut down, and all the other stuff, and I finally hear back, and I pray about it. Like I said, I'll tell you the perks. So let's just say by the time I hit 29, 30, I'd be making 6 figures. I'd also get a company car. After my first year, after review, they would be able to allow me to travel the world. Company car, so company car, 6 figures by the time I'm like 29 or 30. It just depends on how the grades go up, because they do go up every year. So I don't know if it would like jump up or if it would be like, so that's why I say 29, 30. And then being able to travel the world, what I would love to do. So we got money, we got travel, and we got a car. And I'm like, God, this is for me. Like, just say yes so that I could tell him yes. And so I am shaking right now. I am so uncomfortable with this topic. I'm so sorry. Okay. So I told them like, hey, I'll get back to you. Oh, and starting salary was, I could deal with that. Like that's how I felt about it. And I mentioned all those perks for a reason. I told them I would call them back. This was on a Friday, and she was like, okay, call me Monday with your answer. And I'm like, all right. So I prayed about it, and God said no. Then I went to church, and I prayed about it, and God prayed for about it. Then God said no again. And I was like, are you sure? She said 12 p.m. on Monday, so I waited till 11:30. I was like, yes. He was like, no. It's like, so I made that call, I left that message, and when you like do something that's like risky and you're like, and then you just throw your phone, like I was like, what did I just do? So I threw my phone. I still get like, about it because I just mentioned the perks. But if he said no, then I have to believe that he has something so much better that I can't even like imagine. 100K by the time I'm 30? A company car? Like, the ability to travel after my first year? Travel the world. I can either do the United States for, what was it, a month? Or out of the country for 3 months. It was something like that. 60 days or, like, and when you travel out of the country, they would compensate you for, they would compensate you a lot for your daily, your per diem. So if you didn't spend all your per diem, that money goes to you. And they were saying that, hey, if you, go cheap and you just get food from 7-Eleven and all that stuff, you'll be able to save a lot of money. And there are some people who just travel and do that, and they're able to pay off their student loans real quick. So, like, and I'm like, are you sure, God? Because did you hear that? You were there. You heard. What's going on? Why don't you want me to take this? And I had to stop asking why and just say thank you, because it's still hard for me. It really is. Yeah, it's still hard. But I'm grateful.